H1B visa. H1B visa is a non-immigrant visa which is designed to allow U.S. employers to employ foreign nationals in specialty occupations in the United States of America for a specified period. People from outside the U.S. who are looking for employment need to have an H-1B visa under the Immigration and Nationality Act. H-1B visa eligibility criteria. To be eligible for an H-1B visa, you must meet the following requirements. Specialized occupation. You must be coming to the United States to work in a specialty occupation, which requires specialized knowledge and a bachelor's degree or equivalent work experience. Educational qualifications. You must have a bachelor's degree or equivalent work experience that is relevant to the specialty occupation. Employer sponsorship. You must have a job offer from a U.S. employer who is willing to sponsor your H-1B visa and file a petition on your behalf. Labor condition application. Your employer must obtain a certified labor condition application, LCA, from the Department of Labor, DOL, before filing your H-1B petition. Numerical cap. There is a numerical cap on the number of H-1B visas that are issued each year, so you must be selected in the H-1B lottery to receive a visa. Non-immigrant intent. You must have non-immigrant intent, which means you intend to temporarily work in the United States and will return to your home country once your visa expires. Admissibility. You must meet the admissibility requirements for the United States, which include not having a criminal record, being in good health, and not being barred from entry for any other reason. It's important to note that meeting these eligibility requirements does not guarantee that your H-1B visa will be approved. The U.S. government has the final authority to approve or deny visa applications. Frequently asked answer. Who is eligible for an H-1B visa? Foreign workers with specialized skills or knowledge, such as those in the fields of science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, STEM, are eligible for the H-1B visa. They must have a bachelor's degree or higher or equivalent work experience. How long can you stay on an H-1B visa? The initial period of stay on an H-1B visa is up to 3 years, which can be extended for another 3 years. After that, the visa holder must leave the United States for at least 1 year before they can apply for another H-1B visa. Can you bring your family on an H-1B visa? Yes, H-1B visa holders can bring their spouse and unmarried children under the age of 21 to the United States on an H-4 visa. H-4 visa holders can study in the U.S. but cannot work unless they obtain an Employment Authorization Document, EAD. How many H-1B visas are issued each year? There is an annual cap of 85,000 H-1B visas. 20,000 of these are reserved for foreign workers with a master's degree or higher from a U.S. university. The H-1B visa lottery is used to select the petitions that will be processed, and those that are not selected are returned to the employer. What if I lose my job on H-1B? In case you lose your job on an H-1B visa, you are provided with a period of 60 days to find a new employer who would sponsor you for H-1B employment. If you fail to get a new job within this period, then you will need to move back to your country. Can you switch jobs on an H-1B visa? Yes, you can switch jobs on an H-1B visa, which is considered legal. The application procedure should be completed by you and your new employer to go for an H-1B job change. You must file paperwork correctly at the proper time to avoid being out of status. H-1B visa obtaining process. Here is a detailed process for obtaining an H-1B visa. Find a U.S. employer willing to sponsor your visa. To apply for an H-1B visa, you must have a job offer from a U.S. employer who is willing to sponsor your visa. The employer will need to file a labor condition application, LCA, with the Department of Labor, DOL, before filing your H-1B petition. Determine your eligibility. To be eligible for an H-1B visa, you must meet the requirements outlined by the U.S. Citizenship and Immigration Services, USCIS, including having a bachelor's degree or equivalent work experience in a specialty occupation. File an H-1B petition. Once your employer has obtained a certified LCA, they can file an H-1B petition with the USCIS. The petition should include documentation to support your eligibility, such as your educational and work experience, and a detailed job description. Wait for the USCIS to process your petition. The USCIS will review your H-1B petition and either approve or deny it. If your petition is approved, you can proceed to the next step in the process. Apply for an H-1B visa. Once your petition is approved, you can apply for an H1B visa at the US Embassy or Consulate in your home country. You will need to complete the visa application and provide supporting documentation, such as your passport, a photograph, and proof of your educational and work experience. Attend a visa interview. As part of the visa application process, you will need to attend an interview at the US Embassy or Consulate in your home country. During the interview, the visa officer will ask you questions about your job offer, your qualifications, and your intent to work in the US. Receive your visa and travel to the US. If your visa application is approved, you will receive your H1B visa, which will allow you to enter the United States and work for your sponsoring employer. Your visa will be valid for a period specified on the visa, typically up to 3 years, with the possibility of extensions. It's important to note that the H1B visa process can be complex and may involve multiple steps and requirements. It's recommended to consult with an immigration attorney or qualified immigration professional to ensure that you understand the process and meet all the eligibility requirements. The questions asked during an H1B visa interview may vary depending on the specific circumstances of the applicant. However, here are some common questions that may be asked during an H1B visa interview. What is your name and nationality? What is the purpose of your trip to the United States? What company will you be working for in the United States? What will your job responsibilities be? What is your educational background and work experience? How long have you been working in your current field? How long have you been with your current employer? What is your salary in the United States? What is the duration of your stay in the United States? Have you ever been to the United States before? Have you ever been refused a visa to the United States before? Are you married? Do you have any children? Do you have any relatives or friends in the United States? How do you plan to support yourself while you are in the United States? Do you have any questions about the visa application process or your visa status? It is important to answer these questions truthfully and clearly. Being prepared with all the necessary documentation and information can help make the interview process smoother. Benefits of H1B visa. The benefits of the H1B visa are as follows. There is no limit to the number of H1B visas that an individual can have in his or her lifetime. H1B holders can seek green card or lawful permanent residency for themselves and their families. If the employer is terminating an H1B holder before the end of the authorized employment period, the employer must pay a reasonable cost of transportation for the H1B holder to go back to his or her home country. If the H1B holder is changing jobs, he or she must reapply for new visa. It however doesn't mean you get another 6 years permit. But those who are converting the H4 visa to H1B status will get 6 years permit from the date the status changed to H1B status. Documents required while applying for H1B visa. Documents required for H1B visa who are outside the US are as follows. Passport, labor certificate approval, appointment letter offered by your employer, tax returns paper of the company, copy of the letter sent to the Department of Justice, copy of the letter sent to the Consular General of the Indian Consulate, copy of the official valuation of your degrees, PG certificate, appointment and relieving certificates from the previous companies that you were employed at, dates of prior stay in the US in H1B status, job description and duty with the sponsoring US company to be described in short, copy of current US license or temporary license, copy of resume with supporting certificates, 2 demand drafts, for processing fee and issuance fee, 2 to 3 passport-sized colored photographs. If an H4 visa is being applied for dependent members, then you must submit copies of your children's birth certificates and a copy of your marriage certificate. If you are applying for an H1B status when you are already in the US, the following documents are to be submitted. Copy of biographic and visa pages of current passport, current US address, foreign address, day and evening phone numbers, email address, Form I-94 card copy, prior H1B approval notices copy, dates of prior stay in the US under H1B status, current resume with employment history, copy of university or college degree, copy of credentials evaluation, title you hold with the sponsoring US company, a detailed description of your job and duties, copy of current license, if any that is required for your occupation, social security number, recent W-2 copy, recent pay slip copy. All the best for your bright career. Please don't forget to subscribe, comment and share.